Right. How many people have tuned in to a YouTuber, right? And they're asking questions to, you know, they're asking questions to somebody that you know is either biased or has a different point of view than yourself, right? Somebody that you know that probably hates the stuff that you like. So you have this YouTuber that you've subscribed to, and he's asking them, and they're coming on board to the channel, and you're watching this guy who's all women, who has become the voice that you totally agree with. They make videos of of stuff that you're passionate about, and they take it upon themselves to ridicule this person who has been ridiculing your thing that you love. Okay? Now, YouTubers have different ways of doing it. Okay? YouTubers can either do it by kind of strange voice, like, I don't know if you've ever watched or played Watch Dogs 2 or something, right? And that you've got Dead Sick. And in that, these group of vigilantes, they never show themselves, but they go and fight and try to show you the truth, right? And then when they find the truth, they broadcast it, but they have like a disguised face on, so you don't know who's behind it and everything else, right? Anyway, so you've got people like that, right? Or you've got people that use animation, or you've got people that use stills from other medias, wee movie clips, in order to further their argument against them. I mean, for instance, the narrator of the YouTube channel, instead of calling him an idiot, what they would do is they would get a video moment from another movie and saying, "You're an idiot," or "That has got to be the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life," and they'll take that bit and they'll use that to insult the person. Do you know what I mean? They won't normally do what I would do, right? Which is show my face and say, comic book cast is a biased media sort of guy, right? No, what they would do is they would be nice, and then they'll show you a wee video clip of a movie saying, saying whatever they want to do instead of them themselves saying it. Or they'll take clips of, if they're trying to prove that somebody's biased, they'll show you clips of what he said 2 weeks before, and anyway, you get the gist. And I'm thinking, so that, as you can tell by my last video, I watched something and I got a like for for a couple of the comments I've been putting down, and what it is when BVS came out, right, we had what you call, the director forced it to be this 2-hour film, right? Then months later, just months, we get the ultimate cut, the Zack Snyder vision that he wanted to put out in the first place. Okay? So all these years and months have gone by, and people have been posting stuff about Zack Snyder released the Snyder Cut, and they were all against it, saying, "Oh, it doesn't exist." John Campea one, right? I would love to get that guy, right? John Campea. Now, I've seen videos, right, where it's like highlighted John Campea busted for backtracking on BVS, and then when I watch it, he's not backtracking at all. It's just videos of him saying how much he says it doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Anyway, so anyway, where was I? So all these people, right, and they've been saying that the Snyder Cut doesn't exist and everything else, and most of the time they've basically been slating Zack Snyder's movies, right? They've been telling it's rubbish, it's crap and everything else. Well, the very people that actually look into the things will come out and say, no, it doesn't exist. Zack Snyder has said it and everything else. And so when I seen a video of this Cinema Blend guy, right? And this guy, I've read some of his articles, right? And he's not a big fan. He's not a big fan of the DC thing. And I've used some of his articles, right, on my Facebook page. And so now, right, because of what's happened in the last couple of weeks, he's been shouting out to all the other YouTubers, please come talk to me. Come talk to me. I want to talk about how passionate I am about the Zack Snyder cut. Now, of course, he's going to go onto that person's channel, right? He's going to have his wee name. And then when he goes onto that person's channel, because he works from some sort of... The host, okay? The host should then bring him onto his show and do a wee bit of research before bringing the person on, and then question him about why he's changed his opinion. But no, do we get that? No. What we get is the host of the channel being quiet and letting the other person take over, getting his opinions across. Well, the host just sits down and that's it. You know, going like that. Oh yeah, man, you're entitled to your opinion, which of course they are. But this is their chance to speak as on behalf of the subscribers. People that subscribe to your video channel they're subscribing because they love what you're saying, because it's in line with what they think. Now, if I was ever to speak to somebody like John Campier or anything like that, I would question all this. I mean, I used to be a big fan of John Campier until I seen the light, right? And I would call him out on it. So when this guy comes on and he talks about BVS and how the movie didn't do well and everything else, and that Justice League was tampered with, and this is the BVS wasn't a good movie when you look at Iron Man and stuff like that. And the studio, you can't blame the studio. Yes, you can. You can blame the studio for BVS because they tampered with it. These are the sort of, bits that you want your guy to say or girl to say, right? What's the now? And I've seen many hosts of YouTube channels, and to go out in the street, right, and they talk to somebody that has a different view, right? Now, meanwhile, this person you're subscribing to has been talking and explaining why his point of view is so right and why he believes in it so much, right? So when you expect it, when this person goes out and meets somebody with a different opinion, he will then explain to this person what he's been talking about in the last couple of months. If he's talking about the Zack Snyder cut, if somebody says it doesn't exist, then don't just go, yeah, well, that's what you're... No, go out there and try to change their opinion. Try to get them to think somewhere out of the box. We need... Now, I don't know what part of the country anybody's ever watching this comes from, but over here we have a thing called Question Time, right? Or we did have, where you get all these politicians and they're all sitting down in a circle, right? Or a U shape or whatever. And the host, he'll kind of like interrogate them on each politician's views. Then it goes out to the audience, and the audience comes back and they argue against the politician because they're getting their point across. When you watch the news, right, journalists, when you watch the news, and that's a good thing about news people, right? They're trying to see both sides of the argument, yes? So when one person is going, and saying something else, the host will come in and try to get that person to think, well, what about this point of view? Because what TV hosts, newscasters, journalists do is they try to get out that person what the viewers want to ask. They see both sides of the coins, but they will not just sit there and listen to a politician talk on for about an hour and then say, well, thank you for coming on, serial. No, that journalist's job is to get in there and ask the questions and get their point of views over. But there's not enough jokers on YouTube. Whoa, there's not enough jokers on YouTube. That's a good kind of timing there. Just recently I saw pictures, and I posted it on Facebook, about, people rising up with, talking about, fighting against depression and very heavy regimes, and and they're waving the flag and stuff, freedom and everything else now, down with communism or I don't know, whatever they're fighting for, right? And Chile and everything else, and they've got the Joker face mask on. They've got the flags. They've got things on their walls that, we're all jokers here, put on a happy face, just because they're sick of the way society's treating them. They're using the Joker as a sort of good vibe to fight for the small individual who doesn't have a voice. The small individual that doesn't have a voice. And when I say small individual, I mean people that don't have a big YouTube channel like myself, right? Which I'm not a YouTuber, as I said a million times. I use this as a phone. I don't have a microphone. I'm not going to ever ask for Patreon. I'm not going to ever ask for money or whatever. And that's the crux. This is the crux. It's like, and I know I keep jumping the gun, right? But by changing the subjects, but it all comes together, right? I'm not a big YouTuber, so the little man, the subscribers, they'll look to these big channels to be their voice. Okay, they subscribe to their point of view. I even seen one person ask somebody if they can make a video about this biased person, and and of course the YouTuber went, no, I don't want to make any. And this is why, and this is, you tune into a person's YouTube because that person is, for me, not only do they share my same values and views and things, but they do it in such a good way. It's like journalists, when you get a newspaper and you see somebody's like, Lois Lane, say for instance, right? I like her articles and whatnot, I'll buy it, I'll read whatever she has to say, I like her point of view. And I says, wait a minute, there's Lois Lane, she's about to interview Lex Luthor. Do you think she's just going to sit there and say nothing? No. So for me, it's God, it's upsetting and disappointing to see your heroes fall. And we need jokers that will come on that's not interested. That's not. I keep pressing this button. It's probably taking a picture. We need people that's not interested on their subscribers, or they're not interested if they're going to offend anybody, or if you want me to make better videos, then pay me money. No! I would love to listen to somebody that just has passion, like myself, that just wants to make a video that probably never get found, but just have their own opinion. Stop worrying about who's subscribing to your YouTube channel, or what sort of, are these people trying to make a movement? These people don't have, even including myself, have got no better opinion on things than you do. Your opinion is just as well important as any other YouTuber. It's just unfortunate these YouTubers probably sometimes, get above their station, right? Starts thinking their own self, importance in it, because when you get so many subscribers, you're thinking, I'm a genius. Look at me. And I've heard this from people before, right? From YouTubers. Oh well, I have 5,000 subscribers, so that makes my opinion better than yours. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Are you trying to tell me then that Martin Scorsese was wrong? Are you trying to tell me that thousands and thousands of people out there that love Marvel films are more clever when it comes to what makes a movie than you are? No, it's just a different. It's just people are like lemmings most of the time. They'll follow the pack. They'll follow whatever is popular that day, and that's precisely what the Joker has done. They've shone a light and said, you don't need to watch this stuff to be entertained. You don't need this Marvel formula, Warner Brothers, to make a good movie. You can take something cheap and make it great. That is what the Joker movie does. And I wish I had that. I wish I could find that same ambition on YouTubers. I wish I can find that same ambition on people that will go for their gut, defend the stuff that they believe in. I've seen so many YouTubers, right, and they make fun of either Marvel fans or Collider or anything like that, and no doubt if they were like asked to talk to somebody from, say, Collider or somebody that they rant about, they'll be nice. They will be nice. They will not call up on the, if I spent a year talking about, how they've shot themselves in the foot and how they sort of, backtracked on just about everything they've said, right? I would like to have, you said Batman v Superman was rubbish on such and such a date. Here's a wee video clip of you saying this. Now here's a wee clip of what you made yesterday. Oh wow, it's brilliant, it's fun, can you answer this one? Why did you suddenly change your opinion? Is it because it's the way of the masses just now? Is this why everybody that's against Zack Snyder or whatnot is now supporting release the Snyder Cut? I mean, why do you want to release the Snyder Cut? You don't like Zack Snyder's movies. You probably were one of those ones that thought, oh, Justice League was a step in the right direction. So come on, YouTubers, get a pair of balls. Speak on behalf of your subscribers. That's why they're subscribing to you. They can be great people, Carlisle. They can be a great people. They just lack the light to show them the way. That is why I've given them you. Okay, that's, let that sink in. Okay, so for all those people, like, I know there's a YouTuber out there called Angry Steve or something, or Angry Mags, who just rants about that and rants about everything else. Right, well, get angry. Get together. Get no more of this self-publicising. Tune into my YouTube channel because I'm one of you guys now. I believe everything that's about Zack Snyder, even though a year ago I hated all his movies, but because all you guys are supporting it and I don't want to look like an idiot, let's put a mirror up there, people, YouTubers, okay? Anyway, that's all I've got to say. I'll probably make more videos about this as more work's gone. But yeah, and I know I'm ranting on for like 20 minutes or so. But I just hope somebody gets, somebody, gets it. You could be the next big YouTube sensation. You could be the next. And all I'd ask you to do is keep your feet firmly on the ground. And if you girls or guys ever go out there and you do become this sort of big YouTube channel, just remember those subscribers, what you're trying your YouTube channel to say. Mine is straightforward: DC Vigilante. I am going to take no shit. Okay? If somebody comes up and makes a mockery of this video, it's fine, they can do that. You know? But whether they feel brave enough to actually talk to me would be a different thing. You know, I will make a video next slamming their videos, and that's what you need. You know? But when it comes to face on face, let's not just be nice about it. Okay? Let's do what people are listening to you do about. I mean, I know there's Geeks and Gamers done an excellent one recently. Pulled out this I don't know what his name is. He's a big heavy guy, and he's rude and he's crude, and I think he's Marvel biased anyway. And anyway, Jeremy actually called him up about it. Said, "Oh, Geeks and Gamers suck this and suck that," and so Jeremy pulled him up. But they spent most of the time laughing at him, you know, and being polite. You know, I would love to watch a video. It's like a Mike Tyson fight or something like that, where you get somebody that's got the evidence right there and is ready to answer every sort of attack with a great answer to it. You know, a good debate going. That's what we need on YouTube. Debates. None of this nicey stuff. Gone are the days where you meet somebody on the street and they want to, if that person on the street, right, yeah, respect his opinion, but in the same way you could also respond to that person and say, well, you can believe that, but this is what I want to do. This is how I believe. You know, and don't be shy. Don't be scared to offend. If you do it in a good way, you can offend them without them knowing it. Okay, this is what you're doing. If you're going to stand outside Disneyland Studios, right, with a sign that says "Release the Zack Snyder cut," and you get somebody coming over to you who's definitely a massive Disney fan or whatnot, and he hates DC, don't just stand there and take abuse. Stand up. Well, if he comes over there and says, "Oh, DC films are too dark," and don't just stand there and say, "Well, that's your opinion." Yeah. No. Speak up. Maybe by your intellect, by your 5 million subscribers to your channel or whatever, you can respond in such a creative and an insulting way. You know. So, like this video, if you agree. Can you dislike? Dislike if you don't. Yeah. This is DC Vigilante. That's my truth. Hopefully there's a joker out there somewhere.